let's talk a little bit about what you face, because you're in a more unique situation. You're not dealing with the holdups at the ports for the most part because you manufacture your toys here in America. But you've been running into issues, too. Where do things stand right now, just in terms of how difficult it is and where you're facing bottlenecks?
Well, it's really kind of a three-headed monster. We have trouble with logistics internally, getting product to market. We have some loads that have been actually on the truck for almost a week waiting for logistic companies, transportation companies to turn those loads. Raw material costs have been extraordinarily high, historically high this year. We're on our third increase with corrugated. But on top of that, again, it goes back to the supply chain. Lead times for whether it's resin or packaging has increased probably twofold, if not threefold. And then one of the biggest supply issues that we've had is hiring. Getting people back into our facilities after multiple pay increases, et cetera. We're just having a difficult time, unlike I've ever had before over my 30 plus years in the business, of hiring people to actually put the toys together here domestically.
You've got 5 facilities in Michigan and Mississippi. How much do you pay workers, and how much has that gone up just over the last year or two?
Well, it's probably gone up close to 50%.
15 or 50?
50%.
Wow.
What we've encountered, again, whether it's retention bonuses, signing bonuses, referral bonuses, attendance bonuses, some of our bonuses equate to $2 an hour just for coming in to work all 5 days a week. And that's layered on top of a good, strong base hourly rate. Plus, we have full medical and profit sharing plan and 401k. We really have a nice package for employees, but it's been very difficult to hire and maintain. Our HR team has done a phenomenal job just getting interviews scheduled, But, sometimes they'll schedule 10 interviews and 2 people will show up. So
wow.
As far as the supply chain issue, that's one of our biggest, if not the most challenging supply issue that we have.
Why do you think that is?
Well, I think that the additional supplemental payments from the federal government really hampered that early in the process. Now, I'm just not sure. I think I'm afraid that in some cases, the American workers may be a little bit hesitant to get back to work. But we've had a great staff. We've had some really wonderful employees that have stuck with us through this entire time. And so I know that American spirit's there, but boy, it's a puzzle that, quite frankly, I've talked to other presidents, other managers, and in other industries, and it's a puzzle. We're not quite sure what's holding that back right now.
So your costs have gone up how much? What overall? If labor costs are up 50%, your input costs for plastics are up. But what would you say overall?
Well, plastics at one point, although it's starting to retreat a bit, plastics actually were double what they were 12 months ago, probably during the third quarter.
Is that because of the weather in Houston or in Texas over the winter?
Yes, that was part of it. But quite frankly, the chemical companies were pretty crass in saying that they were just expanding margin, which had I used that excuse when I would go into a buyer at Walmart or Walgreens or Big Lots, they would have probably held the door for me and asked me to leave. So it is that on top of packaging costs, we're probably on our third increase, and those increases have been anywhere from a high single-digit percentage to a low double-digit percentage increase.
So what does that mean? I mean, you're talking about toys that don't come with a high price tag, things like plastic trucks. We were just looking at some of the buckets and pails and shovels. Are you able to raise your prices to get that back, or are you losing profit on this?
Well, it's definitely been a strain on profit because we're negotiating programs right now for Christmas of 2022. So that is that's a little bit of a puzzle when you have to go back to retailers and offer them an item that used to retail for $20 or $25. It's now retailing for $30, $35, maybe even $40, depending on their margin requirements.